Hey, this is Manuela from Stickle Chickle Studios. Yeah, I know a lot of women are just like me. You just love pretty stuff. And me, I'm a female surrounded by guys and dirt and grease and all kinds of fun stuff. Okay, be careful.
Oh, no.
Oh. Oops.
Afternoon.
Little pretty things in the midst of a bunch of the chaos. It makes life much more pleasant for me. And so I have a thing that I like to do. I like to go to Goodwill or any thrift store, yard sales, that kind of stuff, and find these old journals, these kind of journals. So what I have done, and I couldn't believe how lucky I was that I found a journal that had paper that's the same color as my author and my writing binder. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to obviously use this paper in this binder on the in the thoughts and goals section, because it is really good paper. And look how pretty this brown Paper Made Ink Joy gel pen looks on it. I wish you could feel this, all of you pen freaks. But anyway, so I want to reuse this thing. I'm going to make a little traveler's notebook out of it. I don't in the future, so I'm going to keep it. But I wasn't planning on keeping this backing, so I just ripped the paper out. So that's why it looks like this. And I'm going to replace it with some turquoise paper. When I make the other thing, I might do like an address binder or some kind of binder out of this. So I'm really enjoying this planner because it's evolving. I'm changing little things at a time. One thing here, one thing there. So even, like I said, these binders, even if they've been written in, you can get top quality paper for next to nothing. This one I think was I did get it at the Goodwill, and it was 99 cents. And it is, I just can't even tell you how nice this paper is, how thick and smooth. I'm going to use this as a guide to see how big that my paper needs to be. So I did measure this paper with Filofax paper, so I know that it is exactly perfect. And I want to keep these scallops in, and if it's a little bit bigger than the other paper in there, it doesn't matter. And I'm going to mark where I need to cut. Take my paper cutter. I'm going to rip a couple pages out, because we know paper cutters don't cut anymore, just a few at a time. Look, this binder is actually sewn. So I have to find the areas, or it's glued in sections, so I'm finding the areas that
Why couldn't you
make it
just
easier
split it
to
out
use.
and just put it in like that?
Because I want it all to be the same size.
Okay.
Lining up on my cutter. And it's going to take me a couple of passes, I'm pretty sure. So what I found is easier and more effective is if you push your paper up against the line and start from the bottom and cut up, and that way your paper doesn't get scooted around. Oh, look at that. All right. So this time I'm going to make a mark along the top, so I can tell without measuring every single time where to cut. Find the next section. Here's my mark right there. And I'm going to cut that direction. Right. This is working out just like I hoped it would. So I can see my mark right there. definitely try to make sure that you cut. If you have lines on your paper, try to make sure that you put the lines in the same place every time. So what I'm doing is I am lining up that top line with the edge of the cutter, whatever those things are called. Alright, so there it is. How about that? Doesn't that look so much nicer? I think it does. And I'm going to find some pretty post-its to put in there too to make it even prettier. Here's the first writing.